What's up guys, Coach Joe here, and today I'm going to show you 3 exercises every runner should be doing. Now these are going to be mainly focusing on lower body and actually one exercise to focus on your core. This is going to be stuff that's going to help strengthen your lower half of the body so that you can be a more efficient runner, a more effective runner, and prevent injuries so you can run for longer. So let's get started. All right, so first exercise here is going to be a single leg glute bridge. All right, the reason I like this exercise so much is because it's good for developing the hamstrings and strengthening your glutes. Also works on single leg hip stability as well. So your setup for this exercise is going to go like this. Start with your butt on the ground, and then you want to drive your upper back into the box or the bench, whatever you're using, and set up in a nice tall bridge position. Now from here, extend your butt up, push your feet down into the ground. You don't want your knees so far over your toes where your quads start to take over. Just keep that nice, strong glute bridge position here. And then it's a single leg bridge, so you're going to put one foot up, drive that knee up into your chest, and then drop your knee down, drop your butt down, and then squeeze up towards the top. Now you should be feeling the glute, maybe the hamstring a little bit, but I like to focus on driving with the hip into the ceiling. Okay, so as you go, push your heel into the ground, drive and squeeze up at the top. All right, again, we're working on that hip extension, which is a super important part when it comes to running and running mechanics. So, single leg glute bridge, do about 8 to 10 reps on each leg for about 3 rounds. So the second exercise here, this one's a little bit more advanced, so those of you who have trouble with balance or stability training, this might be a little bit more difficult for you, but I think every runner should do this in some capacity. It's a single leg RDL. And for sakes here, I'm going to use a kettlebell, but you can use a dumbbell, you can use a cable machine, but I prefer you use free weights, okay? So the setup here is going to be your right foot's going to go back, and your left leg is going to be doing all of the balancing. Ooh, lost my balance here. Your left leg is going to be doing all of the balancing, and from here, you want to keep your back leg straight, keep your posture good, your back nice and flat, and then push up through the ground, stand up nice and tall. And then when you go down, keep that balance, keep that stability as you go down, come close to the ground, and then reach up again. Notice how I'm keeping this back leg nice and straight. It's not bent, it's not opening up. Just keeping this back leg nice and straight, keeping my shoulder locked in, my chest is up, and I'm going, pushing through the ground to stand up. Okay? So a single leg RDL, work on it. Great for single leg balance, single leg stability, and again, we're working on that hip extension, which in running, super integral part of running. Do about 8 to 10 reps on each side for about 3 rounds. All right, third exercise here. We're working on strengthening the core. We know how important the core is when we're trying to produce force, when we're running. Super important part of the running economy, the running biomechanics of our kind of, I guess you would say. This one's not only gonna work on our core, but it's also gonna strengthen the inside part of our leg, our adductors. Okay, so the setup for here is, start off with this variation first. I'll show you guys 2 different variations, but it's a side plank with your front hip elevated. And from there, you want to push up so that your hips are off the ground and then drive this knee into your chest. Now you're going to feel your obliques lighting up on this one, but you're also going to feel the inside part of your leg activating as well. Okay, so you want to hold this position here for about 30 seconds. Really squeeze and push this hip up away from the ground. Try to drive that elbow into the ground as well. And really focus on getting an engagement out of there. Second way you could do this, if you want to advance this a little bit, you're a little bit more advanced, put your ankle up on the bench here, and then now it's a long liver side plank. So this is going to be a much more challenging, much more difficult. And then from here, you can lift this bottom leg up. Again, trying to drive that knee up. Hold that position. Nice and strong. Push that elbow into the ground. Drive that hip away from the ground. Okay, so Copenhagen side plank, about 30-40 seconds on each side. You want to do it for about 2 to 3 rounds. So that's 3 exercises you can add to your training today to make you a little bit stronger of a runner. As you know, on this channel, we're focused on making you a stronger runner so we can make you a farther runner or being able to run longer for farther. So use strength as a weapon. It's super important that you're focusing on strength training because if you're not, if you're skipping out on it, other problems are going to arise from it. Okay, so continue work on strength training. Go check out the other videos I have on this channel in terms of form, mobility, all things to keep you a healthier runner so you can run more and run longer. I'm Coach Joe. If you guys like what you're seeing, comment below, drop a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Joe Sagona Fitness for more tips as well. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.